It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
We don't have a bell today, so we're using this clapper, but welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe show at Juuucy. Not the clothing brand, but the food place. I feel like you have to stretch it out because it has like 4 U's in it.
Do they still make
anyway. But yeah. So, welcome to 2020. How's everyone else doing today on this Tuesday?
I'm doing good, actually. Testing.
So, in this millennial world, it's actually Gen Z. Not many people know that. The Lion King came out. I saw it. Did anyone else see it?
It came out again.
I haven't.
Hector, you said that you weren't going to see it. Why not?
Well, for starters, they weren't going to. The stars, the people who wrote the music, are not getting compensated or royalties for it.
Oh.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, you didn't?
Either.
Well, isn't that convenient?
I don't know. I saw it.
But I don't. It just doesn't look all that interesting to me.
Fun
I
fact
thought
about
Seth
the new
Rogen-
Lion King and Disney's making all the movie remakes is because that way they get to keep their copyright on it for another 50 years.
Yes,
That's very true.
but
So
guess who
it's out of
doesn't?
public domain.
But guess who does not? Guess what that also means?
What?
What?
That the people who originally came with the designs, the musical scores, all that, they're not really included in the contract.
That's true. But it is cool how they can remake it for the new generations.
Yeah, that's
of
what.
course. Yeah, that's true.
You know, more
Isn't that
modern.
fun?
I thought Seth Rogen was pretty funny in it.
Well, Seth Rogen is
yeah.
funny,
He's always funny.
Oh, yeah.
but
I didn't know it was for a business reason, though. I
didn't
thought,
know that.
I mean, I know remakes bring in more money, but I didn't know it was
Money.
about
No, yeah.
keeping the rights for another 50 years.
So originally you could only copyright for about 5 to 10 years. Disney lobbied the government and sent it so much that they can keep it for 50 years now. So once they're 50 years over, they start remaking it or doing other things with it so they can reinstate their copyright so that it's out of public domain and no one else can make money off of it.
which is
Wow.
weird
Okay.
because most of the stories that they chose to interpret are public domain. They're fairy tales.
Right.
They're fairy tales. They're Shakespeare. They're everything that anyone can copy, except for the designs and musical choices,
Right.
All right.
which are
okay.
specifically a Disney trademark. However, the people who are responsible for them were not included in that deal to retain the copyright. They retain them all the songs, Hakuna Matata, Be Prepared, Circle of Life, all the names of the characters, the designs of the characters, all of those, Disney. But the illustrators who came with the character designs and the songwriters who came up with the songs, they don't necessarily qualify for any royalties.
Oh. It's
So
all about
that's
the
why I
money.
refuse.
It's all about the money.
Money.
So that's why I refuse. So that's why. Well, so that and it's just look. They put a lot. Look, from a technical standpoint, I love how the fact that technology has gone to the point that they can actually animate a realistic-looking creature to the point they can talk.
Okay.
That being said, I still don't think certain things belong in three-dimensional space, especially when they were never really made to be in three-dimensional space in the first place.
Well, you're our animator in the crew, so what would you have done differently as an animator? That's what you do. What would you have done differently for the movie?
if I had to do it again, I would have used a 3D. I would have used still use a 3D, but I would have gone for a more for either a more cell shaded look. I wouldn't have gone realistic. I would have gone I would have made them keep them the creatures they were, but I also would have gone more stylized because that's what made the movie so memorable in the first place.
Right.
And we wouldn't have called it live action if it's CGI.
That's what I've been saying that ever. I've been saying that ever since they came up with this. It's not bit. Bitter's the wrong word. It's more why.
Yeah, I heard that the animals didn't really have like emotions, and people didn't really like that about the movie. Like they seemed more. I guess they were trying to make it more realistic, like regular animals or whatever.
And they succeeded.
So, yeah.
Kudos to them.
Yeah, it did seem pretty more violent than the original. Because it was
really?
very graphic. It looked more realistic, obviously. But I would still recommend seeing it. It was still a great movie. Anyway, you mentioned Comic-Con earlier.
Ooh.
Yeah, Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con was this past weekend.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed it
Jealous
again.
I wasn't there.
Can't believe I missed it
neither, so-
again.
I live streamed half of it, and it was amazing from the live stream.
I was nervous too because I'm a Walking Dead fan, and I know they always, do the teasers and everything, and Michonne on the show is going now, so I have to work up to watching the interviews. I'm a little bummed.
So this is like the 12th season of Walking Dead?
It'll be the 10th.
Oh.
Wow.
And
I've never
Supernatural
seen
just
The
ended,
Walking
I think
Dead.
they're-
Me neither.
But I
Has
am watching
anybody
Stranger
here seen
Things.
The Walking Dead, or is
Yes.
it just me?
Yes.
Do you keep up?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was
Daddy.
devastated at the speech, so build up to it.
Yeah.
Also, the new Supernatural speech was horrible and amazing, and I almost cried through the whole thing. So if you're a Supernatural fan, don't watch that.
Wow.
Supernatural has
I
been
don't.
going on
Sorry.
for 14 seasons, I think, right
Yeah,
now.
they're about to do their 15th, I think.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's one I have to catch up on.
It's good. It's amazing.
Stop around season 8.
They also just announced a new Steven's Universe movie.
Okay, that's actually something I'm excited for.
What is it?
So there's a show, it's on Cartoon Network, and it's called Steven Universe.
Okay.
And it's a very politically forward show. They have LGBT relationships in it. It's very politically forward, very for the Gen X and Gen Z generations. And they just announced their first movie that they've been teasing for about 8 months now. And it's a huge deal in the community.
And
Well,
honestly, as someone who loves who likes 3D animation, I'm always up for someone who's willing to do good old-fashioned 2D.
They've had Disney animators, like old 2D Disney animators, animate parts of their episodes to get the correct feel for it.
Which is actually kind of funny. Which is actually kind of funny anecdote because a lot of the animators that used to work for Disney did 2D eventually went on to do work for shows for Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, along with some Canadian animation houses. Again, it's a lot of things are technical. Showbiz is technical. Even this kind of stuff is very technical. But when you have something, when you see someone trying to putting effort, like legit effort, into something that is worth talking about and worth the creative merit, I think that deserves a certain amount of recognition.
Right. And I didn't realize this until now, how animated shows also have some jokes and some themes that kind of go over kids' heads that's for the parent.
Oh,
and that's what
yeah.
my mom mentioned growing up. She hated animated shows, but she'd go to the movies with me, and there were jokes in there that she's like, oh, okay, excuse me.
Yeah.
So I've been finding that now too, because I got out of animated shows, and my boyfriend made me watch Wreck-It Ralph, or the second one, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I haven't seen
And
that
I
one
really
yet.
liked that.
it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how they can do that because then the whole family can enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like the kids only kind of see the phased out part of it, and then the adults kind of get the humor into it. It's really cool how they do that, the underlying messages and all that stuff.
And that kind of takes a
Yeah,
certain
I
level of
agree.
craft.
I didn't hear the question.
No, I'm sorry, I interrupted. I think I almost interrupted you.
Oh no, that's okay.
What were you gonna say?
I said I agree. I was
Oh.
agreeing with you.
If we want to
What were
talk
you gonna
about
say,
Comic-Con,
Hector?
Nothing. I just said that in terms of writing, kind of getting those adult jokes without having to be explicitly adult takes a certain level of skill.
Yeah.
What about it? Chapter 2.
The what?
It. Chapter 2.
I'm so excited.
Me too. Me too.
Do you guys watch
Horror movies?
horror movies in general?
Yeah.
Some.
Not
Not
since,
all.
not
I
since
want to see
Hereditary.
that new one that just came out on
Which one?
Crawl.
Oh,
Or the
the
scary
one with.
movie. It's about like alligators that are
Yes. Well, doesn't it take place up? Like, isn't she
It
a
takes
UF
place
student
in
or a
Florida
swimmer? I
during
know it
a
takes place in
hurricane.
Florida.
It takes place in Florida during a hurricane. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool because it's like relatable. Because they're always about like shark movies and stuff like that, which is they're still here, but alligators I feel like are more.
But like gators don't act like that. Like I feel like anyone from Florida is gonna see it and be like, "Wow, a gator would not do that."
But
Like,
it's,
you know what I mean?
it's
Maybe,
also
but-
a horror film,
Yeah.
so I kind of suspend my disbelief a little bit.
Yeah.
I liked the imagination how it wasn't a shark this time with the water. It was an alligator, and I'm a gator. So it's relatable. It's okay.
There's also from Comic-Con the new Thor movie.
Oh,
Thor's
yeah.
gonna be a woman.
Is
Well,
that Natalie Portman?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So
And they're
they're
going to
going
have
to.
a female Thor.
So they're going to do the thing they did in the comics then. All right, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and a lot of people are really upset about that.
How does it work in the universe? I'm excited there's going to be a woman Thor, but there's
Oh.
already a man Thor.
Ooh,
so
let me
how does
explain.
that work
Ooh,
in the
let me
universe?
explain. I was
I
going to
didn't hear
explain
about
this.
that.
Sure, go for it.
So the hammer. So on the hammer it says whoever was worthy of the, whoever can lift this hammer is worthy of the power of Thor. It does not specifically say whichever. Okay, well actually it used to back in the 60s and 70s say whichever man can lift this hammer is worthy of the power of Thor. But it was later changed in the 90s. It says whomever can lift the hammer is worthy of the power of Thor. It does not specify. It does not specify as to who is powerful enough. It doesn't mean. In the comic books, Jane Foster was actually worthy of the power of Thor back when Thor decided not to be Thor anymore.
Oh.
Comic books are weird. That's all I'm saying.
Even in the comics, like male Thor and female Thor, they do meet. Like they're not two separate universes, so it's really exciting to have a female Thor now. We're also gonna have a female Watchman, if anyone's seen that series.
I heard of
No
it. I
com-
haven't seen it.
No comment.
They have a lot of new. They have Phase 4 is coming out with a whole bunch of updates, a little more politically friendly.
I think it's good.
Does anyone really? Although my question is, does anyone really care about that?
About what?
What?
It's not so much a question of representation or all that junk, but is anyone? But the idea of that we are doing this to be political, as opposed to we're doing this because we think this would be cool. We think this would be a cool idea.
It's
that
nice
really
to
matter?
see them close to the comics. Because in the comics, there are female and male versions of almost every single superhero. So it is nice to see them representing the real comics.
Really,
For
just
the
like the
first
idea of
time,
them
okay.
going with the more obscure characters, and just giving them their day in the light.
You're right.
These comic book universes are just so large, though.
Yeah,
and if
they
you know,
are.
if you don't know the comics, but you're watching the show like me, you're kind of behind on some stuff, and it would take you about a month to go through each superhero movie and catch up. Because each individual superhero has their own movie, and then there's the ones where they're all in them together. It's
right.
just
Yeah.
a lot.
Well,
And
here's
then
a
you have
little.
to watch the TV shows half
Yeah,
the time.
definitely.
True, because I've seen how many of them are on Netflix now.
Quite a few of them. There's Jessica Jones, there's Green Arrow, Flash, and then things like Flash will show up in the movies, and you don't know who it is.
Well, a little tip. The movies and movies and shows are adaptations. They don't necessarily follow with the comic books. So you don't really need to. So if you want to be into the show but not actually go out to a comic book shop or a Barnes and Nobles and read up, you don't really have to.
I need to find a list of, these are the essential movies to watch to catch up. Like, I want that list where there's like a list of 10, and if I watch them, I'm caught up. I can watch the other movies if I want. But it's just, it's so much to the universe. There is so much to the universe.
There's a ton.
English.
Yeah, I agree definitely.
Do you have a favorite?
It used to be Flash actually. Flash,
Oh.
I liked it. Yeah, I like
I
Flash.
like Flash. So
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty cool.
From the Justice League cartoon, Urza Miller Flash, or TV show Flash.
Can you repeat that question?
It's a little loud in here.
You asked the wrong. I guess I asked the wrong person. Because again, I remember watching Flash from the cartoon show, and he was one of my favorite ones. My actual favorite one was Superman because,
Superman's too super. I feel like he can do everything. Like it
Not the-
gets boring
That's
after a
not the
while when
point.
you can
That's not
do
the
everything.
point. That's not the point, though.
What is it? What do you like about him?
Honestly, the fact that you have godlike power and still want to be a normal person.
Okay.
That's what I like about it.
That's
Fair.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think it's nice when you learn Superman's origins, that he was a loser on his home planet. He was a loser, he was a nobody, his family was nobodies, and then when he got sent to Earth, depending on which strain of the comics you read, he was all of a sudden amazing, but he doesn't actually have powers on his home planet. But because on Earth the physics are different, he does. So he can't fly, but because the gravity on his planet is a lot stronger, he can jump super high in Earth's gravity. So I think that's a really nice thing, like you were saying, that he just wants to be normal, and all of a sudden he comes here and he's super and amazing, and people love him when he's nobody.
But that's hardly the point. I guess the point I'm trying to make is adaptation changes things. You don't necessarily need to keep up with any of it. You just need to pick your favorite one, go with it.
I guess so. Maybe these new Area 51 people are gonna be another super something.
They're gonna be super dead.
Or just super
Do you think this thing is
dehydrated.
still gonna happen with this rage
No,
of
3 people are
people?
going to show up and they're going to be killed because they're on an open Air Force base. Please don't go. If anyone's listening and you actually think you're going to go, please don't.
You've got
It's an
until
open Air
September to
Force
change
base.
your mind.
When is it? September 20th or
Yeah,
something?
it is.
The military
That's
has actually made a live press conference saying if you come, it is an open Air Force training base and you
Yikes.
will be shot. They have made a full press conference about it.
And the thing about
I
it is,
don't know.
I feel like everybody knows we're having fun. Like, not everybody's going to storm, but there are the
There are, like,
few
10 people
that'll
are gonna
take
show
it
up.
too seriously and try to, hop the fence there.
That's what
Oh,
I said
for sure.
That's what I said about
Bad
Pizzagate.
idea.
Look how that went well.
They're what?
That's what I said about Pizzagate, and look how that went.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just please, no one actually go. Don't get your alien honeys because you're gonna be hurt.
Spend the week of September 20th rewatching Roswell.
Actually,
Or
spend the week of September 20th going to animal shelters because a lot of them are dressing up their animals as aliens so you can raid an animal shelter and adopt a dog
Oh, wow.
instead of raiding Area 51. Go adopt a dog or a cat.
I saw that on Facebook too. They had them in little tinfoil hats, like little dogs in the shelter in tinfoil hats.
that's
Like,
cute.
come see me.
Do any of you guys think they'll ever disclose the whole alien thing, or do you think it'll always be like this, where we're guessing and that type of thing?
I think there's other species out there.
Yeah.
I do.
There's gotta be, even if it's just,
Something.
super small. Yeah, it's not life forms like us we're talking about, but to think that we're the only type of life forms in the entire universe
Well, we've
is a
already
little
found other
close-minded.
microbes on Mars. We've found Martian microbes on Mars that aren't native to Earth at all. So there are other life forms, but I don't think they're going to disclose it if they ever do for a very long time.
Also, theoretically, wouldn't the best way to distract people from any aliens you did find by just creating a rumor about this one place where they're definitely keeping the aliens, most definitely, totally, guys?
Misdirection.
They're just in the White House.
Nah, I don't.
Chilling.
Yeah, no comment.
Well,
I have a question. Did you guys see that Oregon just passed a bill allowing mental health days for kids in high school students now to take mental
did
health
not.
days as excused absences?
wow.
On one hand, perfect. On the other hand, you do realize you're going to abuse the ever-loving crap out of that, right?
Well,
True, though. That is very much true.
you need a doctor's note, I guess, for anything, but now they're acknowledging that a mental health day is an excused absence for anxiety and depression, and I think they say 5 days within a 3-month period.
That seems fair.
Okay.
It's so sad that that's
sounds good.
necessary, though. Like, that seems like you're trying to solve the problem by just putting a Band-Aid over it. Why don't you fix the actual problem, which is that kids are under too much pressure and they're getting depression and anxiety?
But what about the fact that they are acknowledging the problem?
It's a step in the right direction.
And I think Utah has a similar program in Florida, apparently, that has inspired all of them. What happened in Parkland? because now
Right.
they're acknowledging mental health and they're educating. So I don't know if Florida has the law of the excused absences, but they definitely are putting mental health education into the curriculum and where to find resources and what to do. Instead of, like you said, just taking the day off, let's acknowledge it and find the resources to help people.
What about teachers now are being taught how to shoot guns? If you're a teacher and you want to bring a gun to the Florida school system, you are allowed to have a gun on campus, but you must take the course by the police department.
That's crazy.
Why do you think that's crazy?
I mean, you are around with children, right?
Correct.
And why would you have a gun?
Well, you know, FAU just had an active shooter drill last Saturday. It was the entire day they closed down the school for an active shooter drill. I mean, this is the world that we're all living in.
Wow.
You guys are living in, as far as students. Some of you are still in school. Yes, Steph?
Scary because at my school we have these alerts, and then like all of a sudden I'll hear something, and then everyone's freaked out the rest of the day. So we'll get a whole alert, everyone will be noted that something's happening, and then everyone's freaked out. People are staying in their apartments, and we're living in fear. We're living in fear sometimes, so it's really upsetting.
I think it's scary, but I do think it's necessary because then we're more prepared ourselves for where to go, what to do if it actually happens.
I just don't know if the solution is handing out more guns.
No. I'm not saying
Not-
that. I'm saying the drills.
Oh, the drills, yeah.
Okay.
My real question is where's the teacher going to keep a gun? Yeah, that's never stopped anyone from leaving the gun somewhere else, or for someone just taking it where somebody else isn't looking.
I personally think that teachers should be able to focus more on teaching, and that
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
security
exactly.
or someone else should focus on protecting the kids. And I think it takes away from the whole teaching thing.
I don't actually find that much of an issue with the teachers having guns for the pure fact that it's not going to happen in the near future that we're going to get the country to vote for our gun ban. Like, it's not going to happen in the near future. So the next step we can take is at least let people be protected and let them safely, I'm sure, you know, with the law they have to do mental checks, and with guns now, you should have to do mental checks and all that, but if we're not going to get a gun ban, we should at least have our kids be protected or put someone armed in the class with them.
I don't know if a gun ban would be the solution, though. There are
Or even gun
countries
laws or
out
anything.
there are countries out there though that the majority of their population is armed and they don't have the type of mass shootings that we do. So I don't know if banning guns is the solution. It's more about education, and like you were saying, for teachers, they shouldn't be the ones worried about security. They're doing two people's jobs.
Exactly.
They're
and-
already
and-
worried about security, though. If you go to Renaissance School or the Title I schools, I've had a roommate who worked there, and she'd come home with scratches and cuts all over because you have to pull kids away from fighting each other. They're already concerned with each other's safety.
I mean, kids fighting in school has always been an issue, though. That and then having teachers worrying about breaking up a fight and having teachers worrying about stopping a mass shooter are two different things. Fights have always been a part of school, but
Hence why I asked the question, if they're going to arm the teachers, where are they keeping the gun?
Well, you can, not that I know from personal experience, but guns are very easy. You can put it in your pocket. You can have a holster inside your pants. You can have a holster on your belt. They're very accessible as long as you're allowed to have one.
True, they're accessible, but at the same time, it depends how easily accessible are they. I'm just saying. My classmates used to pickpocket my teacher pickpocket my teacher all the time. So you never know. So you never know how good. So you never know anything what your other classmates are going to pull.
That's true, and that's something you have to think about. There are definitely holsters that you can have that, you know, I have friends in the military who have ones that go in their pockets. Unless you're literally reaching in and you don't feel a gun being pulled out of your pocket, maybe you shouldn't have it.
All right, listen up. The problem is this. A gun is not meant to deter or to show or to brand. You know, when you're younger and you have a gun, you look at that as a sign of power. Teachers are going to be taught as a last defense. They may be in a safe, they may put safes, they may put somewhere where kids can't get it. That isn't the deal. The deal here is if you go to a movie theater if somebody starts shooting, I'm responsible for all your lives, whether you know that or not legally. I have to have a way for you to get out of here safely if something happens. But the bottom line is this. Whenever you get in trouble, you're going to go to a precinct. Not because they have guns, but because they run into the fire as opposed to running away from the fire. So mentally, we should have drills on this set. You should know what to do if there is an active shooter.
Ready? You don't want me to smash the windows. That's all I'm saying.
Well, hold on a second. If I know that you can, and that's my only way out, man, I'm glad you're on my team. Because it ain't easy to break a window. You gotta
Grab
know
one
how
of the
to-
chairs. Grab one of the chairs. It's the easiest trick.
But the bottom line here is what the message they're trying to send here isn't that teachers have guns. It's that teachers are giving you a chance to a solution. Those doors are going to lock. They're going to go into lockdown. And she thinks if anybody who's not supposed to come through that door is coming, she's going to defend her classroom. It isn't about walking around with a gun and saying, I'm the sheriff in town. You want to see my gun. That's not what the program is about. You're probably not even going to see it. It could be in the thigh. It all depends on what they're wearing. It's like a detective as opposed to being a cop. But what I'm asking is whether or not you feel more safe going to school knowing that somebody got your back.
I say yes.
Me personally, I already feel safe, regardless if the teacher comes with a gun or not. I feel like if it gets to the point where the teachers need guns, they feel the need to bring a gun into school, then I feel like the problem is, outside of the teacher bringing to school. I feel like that's more of a social problem as to where I feel like we're instilling fear in our future teachers, putting it in their mind or whatever, to feel like they need to protect the school from a shooter, when I feel like the school should be a last place that's happening anyway. So if that is a problem, we need to address that problem versus the teachers bringing guns to the school and everybody just shooting the school. I don't feel like it's safe, or I don't think that mind frame is even safe. So that's how I feel.
I have long since accepted the fact that safety is an illusion.
What?
Because terrible things can happen regardless. You don't need a guy walking in with an AK-47 to be in danger. Right now the roof can collapse over our heads. Right now an out-of-control truck can crash through that window right behind you this moment. Right now, one of us could have a heart attack. Safety's an illusion. That's all I'm saying.
Safety is fake.
Yeah. It helps. Faith helps.
Yeah. 2020 is going to be taking a commercial break.
Yes, after going into the terrifying semi-existential tirade.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. As you saw, our 2020 youngins.
I don't like that youngins. I feel like
I
we
like
should
the
be
2020
eating
youngins.
Youngins. Where are you growing up?
I grew up in South Dakota, just south of North Dakota.
South and North. She thinks you're so funny.
Yeah, Lisa. You know, DJ Blanca was
DJ
real
Blanca
quiet.
thinks
She
you're
made all these
hilarious.
promises. Like, so we didn't interfere. We didn't say nothing. Because DJ Blanca said she has it under control. And you know what she did today? Nothing. She went quiet.
It's not easy to bring it every day. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, what happened? We got to change your batteries.
I was 2020 Vision in the house.
The
You know where we
youngins.
are?
Where are we?
We are on the road again. Really need a new song.
I love this place. I love the name.
You say that incredibly well.
I do. I heard
We're
myself.
back up in Northwood Village at where?
Here,
Where?
West Palm Beach,
What's
Florida.
the name of the restaurant?
Juuucy.
Wellness Made Simple.
Is it?
That's what it says. But
Now-
you know what's so amazing? They're cooking some food. I want to get.
I'm upset
Why?
because plant-based
I
mafia
know.
is off today.
What's up with that?
How in the world can you be off when the cafe's coming?
Latin vegan food. Dominican vegan food. Can you believe all of your food that you love is going to be vegan?
I didn't even know a Dominican could be
They've
vegan.
got pulled
Right,
pork
Manuel?
tostones made with jackfruit.
Do you know what a tostón is?
I have no idea. But I
It
can't
is
wait to
round.
try everything. It
You know
is.
they flatten that banana down, make it a tostón.
It's made with jackfruit.
Jackfruit?
Yes.
The hell's a jackfruit?
Maybe it's like guanabana.
That's a vegan thing.
Yes,
That's a vegan thing.
but that's
you
how
know
they
what
make it.
jackfruit is?
From Jamaica.
That's from
Everything's
Jamaica.
vegan here.
Jackfruit's there you have it.
You're from
ladies and
Jamaica,
gentlemen.
so everything here is vegan. So we're gonna have Latin
Everything
vegan food.
here is not Dominican. It is Dominican. It is
Latin, vegan,
vegan.
Latin,
I don't
tostones.
You
and
know, when I was growing
mofongo.
up, there was mofongo. That's
Mofongo.
not real mofongo, because mofongo is meat.
They make
No,
it
it's not meat. It's tostones, plátanos amajado, right? Mofongo? Mofongo is smashed plátanos.
Oh, plantain?
Oh, plantain.
Plantains smashed up with a little garlic and
I don't know how
herbs
they're
and-
making it, but
Sounds delicious. Here.
it sounds delicious.
You like Spanish food?
Yes.
Did Muhammad like Spanish food?
All Ali would do, he would go near a Spanish person and he would go, maricon.
I'm glad we're not on the air. I'm
Yeah,
glad we're not on radio.
He's
yet.
the only word he
He said
knew.
that? It's the only word he knew? I love Muhammad.
He would get a lot of
Jeez
laughs out of
Louise.
it.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, but he
In-
loves just plain American steak and potatoes.
I got you.
We got Mama Ali in the house.
Yes.
It's been a while. You've been away.
I've been away. I've been in California. I've been having a good time.
You know,
I
you
saw
don't
my
even
two
call us
daughters.
when you're in
I saw
California.
my two daughters. I was so happy.
You were with them?
Yes.
And you didn't call. I have an app on the phone
Oh,
where
yeah?
you can come into the show right from your phone.
Really? Oh, wow.
What do you think? This is all make
It was nightlife. They would sleep at the time.
No, we weren't. We
She was out for dinner. She was whining
We
and
went to the
dining.
famous Lowry's restaurant in Beverly
Really?
Hills.
I want to do a show
Yeah,
from
with
there.
Mr. Wong invited I was inviting my daughters out. No, my daughter was inviting me out to go with them, and I said, no, I'm going to take you guys out to dinner. Then Mr. Wong stepped in and said, I'm taking you all out to dinner. So that was like, it was like a great moment. I haven't
And you
seen my
didn't even
children
call
since
us.
my father passed away, and that was in 2017.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
been a
I
while
thought they
then.
were. I thought they were in Texas or Vegas, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, Rashida, was in Vegas. She
Yeah.
came to see our daughter in LA because Rashida is doing a documentary for the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville. So she was there to shoot the documentary. So on that Monday night, we was all get together and we had a beautiful dinner together and celebrated both of their birthdays since I'm not going to be.
How many kids do you have?
I have 6.
How many grandchildren?
I have 5 girls, 1 boy, and I have 10 grandchildren.
And they live all over the United
They
States?
live all over the place. So
You
I have
got
a lot
6
of places.
kids?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah.
5 girls
Wow.
and 1 boy. 5 girls.
Now, if I would count the miscarriages, I had 11.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like a baby factory.
Yeah, that's what they
They
call
look
me.
at you and you had a
They
baby.
call
Can
me
you
the pretty
imagine
baby factory.
having 5 daughters?
What's wrong with that?
Drop
You
dead
gotta have about
gorgeous
5 bathrooms.
girls. Yeah, you should see me
Unbelievable.
when I go to the movies with them.
I
I'm
can
sure.
only
Yeah,
imagine.
the little guys. I'll go get some popcorn for them. I'll come back and all these guys are sitting behind them.
I bet.
And then they look at me and say, "Hey, you guys, you lost your seat." They say, "That's a big woman. Let's get the hell out of here."
Really?
I can't wait to try some of this food. People
Yeah,
want
you've
to
been
come up
saying
for
that
lunch.
since you walked in here. So come on up for
It
lunch.
smells unbelievable.
We took up half the theater, half the restaurant in here. We're gonna have to squeeze people in here so they can
Yeah.
eat. But this is a great place, great venue. We wanted to do a Latin piece, but we started too late in the week. She said she needed a week to prepare. We had to know when the Mafia base was open.
The
and everything
plant-based mafia.
Yeah.
We're on the road again, though. People are hiding out from us, I think. Bye, ladies. Have a good day. How was lunch? It was great. See that?
There you go.
And
Yeah,
where
we're
is
up
this
in
place?
Northwood Village, and this apparently is Old Town West Palm Beach that we did not even stumble upon it until a few weeks ago when we were up here at Stay and Play. We are located at, the address isn't on here, yes, 544 Northwood Road, West
Now you
Palm
found
Beach.
it easy?
I found it very easy.
It's
Who
easy
got
to
lost?
find, you just had, you got
Very
lost?
easy to find. It was
You got
very
lost? You've been here twice. You got lost?
And beautiful scenery coming here.
You like that?
That's why I like being in Florida. It looks like you're on vacation every time you go.
Everything's
somewhere.
flat.
We're at
It's
544
all green.
Northwood
Yeah, a lot
Road.
of water.
Water.
Yeah, this is Mr. Fabian Lyons.
Yeah, you want to introduce
Fabian
Mr. Lyons?
Lyons.
Yeah, Fabian Lyons. Yeah, this is my.
You're from Jamaica?
I was born in
Talking to
Brooklyn,
you,
born in
born in
Flatbush.
Hey,
Born in Flatbush,
There you go.
so this is like coming home a little bit.
Born in
And
Brooklyn,
born
raised in
Brooklyn,
Jamaica?
raised in Jamaica,
He's
yes.
excited.
You made a left instead of a right.
that kind of sounds like you. Born
Yeah,
in
I
the
was going
Bronx,
to
raised in Puerto
California.
Rico.
I was going to California. I ended up here.
How did you end up in Jamaica?
That's where my family took me.
How the hell you end up here?
Yeah, I just end up here.
How'd you end up here?
I migrated here from Jamaica, and I've also lived in Canada for a couple of years, so kind of been all over the place.
You know in Jamaica Sandals? The
Sandals
organization?
Resort, yes, yes. Is that your favorite place?
We actually may be doing a show there.
Wow.
Whoa.
That
You
sounds
working on
exciting.
it.
That sounds
We're
exciting.
actually we're thinking of going to Ixtapa.
I don't know what,
Sapa?
I don't know that language, but okay, I'll
Exuma?
go there too. Zuma what? That sounds like something you get out of the ground.
Yeah, that too.
Exhume.
We're gonna go swim with the pigs.
And we ain't doing that.
We're
Tell
going
you
to
right
swim
now.
with the pigs.
I have a more food. I is not doing that.
You want to come?
I was
Freddie's gonna
not
be in a
doing
speedo. We're gonna be swimming with the pigs. Paul Vadiato, our cruise expert, travel expert, is going to be joining us, and we're going to be going.
That's a dead battery. All right, and we're going to have some exciting news tomorrow. Oh, listen, I forgot to tell you guys. Tomorrow you got to be in studio at 10 o'clock.
Look at their faces.
We are changing the studio around tomorrow to accommodate a new program that's coming out, Breakfast at the Cafe.
Breakfast at the Cafe with
So
Paul Vadiato.
So we need to, he's bringing in some props. We need to have the angles changed and everything else. So eat your Wheaties, be there at 10. I need you to bring paper and pen because we're going to change things around. And we may be at Sandals. We're negotiating with 2 or 3 cruise lines.
Working on Mama's phone here.
That sounds awesome.
What are you doing?
She's trying to get the show.
We have a show.
We got the show.
You're at the show. What are you going to try to get it for?
I was just taking.
Fabian, tell us about what you're doing. You have a big event coming up on Saturday.
Yes, I do. And first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be here. This event is called Hoops Day Game Changers. It's going to be at Grandview Prep in Boca Raton. And it is a forum comprised of an outstanding panel, of which includes Dr. Ali. It's going to be comprised of some professional athletes, former professional athletes, and the object of the forum is to teach the student athletes in the audience pretty much about leadership skills, life skills, and just give them some insight into their own life experiences and how to stay on course.
Very cool. Now you have something to do with teaching manners.
Yes, it deals with everything. Anything you discuss or talk about, whether it's sports or non-sports or whatever, manners have a lot to do with it. Because these young men who are in the game, they have to have a certain attitude with their coach, and they have to have a certain attitude with their team. And if they have a good attitude and they have their teamwork, it works smoothly, right? So if you have one that's combatant and they're like different and they don't want to be a part of it, then they're not part of the team. So having good manners, having good character, working with people in authority is very skillful for the mindset for the young men out here that performs this special work as in sports, basketball and everything. I remember Mr. Lyons introduced me to Coach Randall.
Melvin Randall from Blanchila High School in Pompano Beach.
So tell me what happened that day you asked me to come down to see the guy. They was going for a game.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yes, they were playing a district game. And first you were reluctant, however, to go. But
Yeah,
once you got there,
Yeah, I got there, because you know what? If you're a team and my name is there, you got to win. You know what? We're Ali's. We have to win.
Right.
So I went to the locker room
right?
and prep talked the guys.
And you gave a speech that had that whole team fired up.
That's right.
The
We
whole
had
team
them fired up, and they won. I was so proud of them, and I had no idea they had a whole brand new Wilson basketball, and they signed all of their names on it for me.
How did you all meet?
How did we meet? You remember?
How can you not meet? How can you not meet
You
this
don't
lady?
remember?
I tell you, Mama Ali is everywhere.
Everywhere.
You're networking.
Wait a
You're
minute, I want to
busy.
hear this story.
She's
What do you mean
thinking,
you
Yeah,
don't
where did we
remember?
meet? Where did we meet? You can't
Where'd you
remember?
meet her?
You don't remember?
It was an event that we
Together.
Yeah,
We were
together. That
Yeah,
were
we
together.
together. That's
Yeah.
right.
But ever since then, we've been in close contact, and very fortunate to have Dr. Ali speak at this event. And just to let you know, it is a free event for student athletes in the Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach area. And so we're asking that they come out in full force and listen from the likes of Brandon Knight. He's an NBA player. Tamara James, she's an ex-WNBA player, now city commissioner for Dania Beach. And Dwayne Starks, former player, won a Super Bowl. So we have quite a...
It's going to be a great event, and it's free.
It's
What
free.
time is the event?
It's free.
Come
What
on
ti- what
down.
time?
It's going to be from 3 to 6 at Grandview Prep.
Grandview Prep School, right?
Right.
And it's speakers. Is it basketball?
Is it a game?
Is it a game?
There's no game per se. This
Okay.
is just...
It's just game players. who play a lot.
Like a pep rally.
It's pretty much a pep rally. What's a little different spin on it is we're going to have a microphone, open microphone in the audience. We're really encouraging these student athletes to ask questions. So not just be spoken to, but to also pose questions to the panel. We've invited their parents as well. So any questions that they might have as far as a professional athlete's journey or a coach, for example, the recruiting process. And we also expect a member of the Miami Heat to be there as well. So,
How did you get involved organizing this? What is your
well,
background?
well, my background is I cover high school sports for the Miami Herald. I've done so for 19 years. So I've developed a strong relationship with these coaches, with these athletes and their parents. And I've always wanted to put something together that would help these student athletes kind of stay focused and help get them to that next level. And not only get to that level, but stay focused. Quite a few athletes, they get to college and then they don't necessarily have that focus, and then they either come home after 2 years. So maybe an event like this will maybe give them
Inspire
some
them,
insight,
yeah.
inspire them to, no
Yes.
matter what you're going through, you might run into some bumps along the road, but you need to stick it out, finish your 4 years, and then get a degree.
It's not easy being an athlete in college if you're going to turn pro.
Right.
It is an 11-month program. You have to be in training for 11 months. And if you're not that good, you're going to have to be in training for 13 months a year.
But what I'm thinking is the mindset, and we spoke to our crew on 2020 Vision about what's going on in the schools, in high school, the anxiety, the depression, and how different states are now passing laws for mental health days. So people have excused absences to whatever you need to get back on track. Now you're talking about, there's two ways I've got in my head. One is the excess pressure of being a high school athlete, going into college athlete, looking for professional status. So the extra anxiety on that, or does it keep them more focused so they have less anxiety? Where does it fall?
I think it just keeps them more focused, because when you are occupied with something that's interesting, the mental thing goes away. It might be there, but when you stay focused on something to achieve, it takes less pressure off you as a person on something individual. Because usually stress, pressure, and not being focused on something other than yourself makes it more healthier for you.
And when you're interviewing these kids for the Herald, what are you finding?
Well, what I do find is that I wish that these athletes would reach out more for help. I assume many of them feel, once they're going through things, they kind of keep to themselves. I hope an event like this would actually encourage them to reach out to a coach, to have a mentor, and not just keep things bottled up inside the pressures, as you did mention, that they are going through. So I'm hoping that this event will be the start of something that would allow some of these student athletes that would not necessarily open up, but do just that, whether with a coach or an assistant coach, and try to help them get through that journey, as you know, not only studies, but also being focused on the field as well.
Because you worked with athletes. You were a coach for so many years, and you were talking about destigmatizing mental health and anxiety.
Well, I was also...
And looking for help.
Yeah, but I was also an athlete in school. I was a student athlete.
What'd you play?
Football and baseball.
You know what? To come to think about in the past, with me, with Muhammad Ali, when he was stripped of everything, he was totally depressed, and didn't think he was going to ever fight again. And my automatic reaction is to keep him focused in training, so he can quit thinking about what has happened to him and where he is and where he's going, and try to give him hope. He didn't have any hope. He thought that was it. And by me being there for him, to say, look, man, you know what? They've stripped you of everything. And so what you're going to have to do, by you being in exile, don't get out of shape. Stay in shape. Because the moment they open that door for you, and they will, he said, how you know? You never been nowhere. Well, how you know all that? You too young. How you know all that? And I said, well, honey, it's obvious. It's obvious. Because you see how the people put money in boxing. And so if you stick to your guns and you should stay in shape, stay focused, just be the people's champion, and trust me, they're going to open that door, and at least you will be ready. How you know all this? How you? And I said, just try it and see what happens.
Can you imagine Muhammad Ali giving up hope?
Yeah.
Of all the people
He
giving
did.
up hope,
Yeah,
right?
but he was gifted.
He was depressed.
But he was gifted as an athlete.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a boxer, there ain't nobody else in that ring but you.
That's right.
And for him to be physically as strong as he was,
Right.
because he was a tall man, right?
Yeah.
He had length, he had long arms,
long
arms.
reach.
And the funny thing is that when Muhammad is depressed and down,
Yeah.
he's more of an athlete than a guy who's on his A game.
Exactly.
That's what's so scary
Yeah.
about this.
But you have to look at the fact they took away his boxing. He
Yes, they
couldn't
did.
fight anywhere. So what makes you think he's gonna know that it's gonna come back? You don't know it's gonna come
You
back. It's
don't.
just like losing a job and saying, I'll never work again. But you just have to stay positive and say, hey, why don't you just stay in shape? And sure enough, they called him right in the middle 3 years later, after he was in his prime.
The sports needed him.
Yeah,
When
and they
lost
said,
Muhammad,
hey,
the sport
let's
went
let
down.
this guy fight. We want that money.
That's right. And I'm gonna tell you, when he started fighting and defending his title with all these guys that I make fun of some of the fighters, the game changed. The boxing game is not the same today.
It's
That's
not
why
the
they
same.
created the ring. that
It's so
Bobby
depressing
Jackson
now.
does.
It's so depressing.
The boxing game has changed,
the
so now
MMA?
they've gone to MMA. They've
MMA.
gotten to that.
It's
Why?
depressing.
Because they don't have the big draw anymore. They
Yeah.
don't have the Muhammad's.
It's
They don't have
gone.
the spins.
It's
They don't
gone.
have
I
those
just
guys.
hope somebody comes out of nowhere. My grandson wants to be a fighter, Nico. Nico wants to fight like Muhammad Ali. He want to be a Muhammad Ali. He want to carry his grandfather's legacy. So he's boxing now.
How old is he?
He's 16.
Yeah, but
And
he's going to have a lot of weight on him.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't want to be that.
Well, you know what? You know what? It's okay. It's not about the weight trying to compete with him. It's just carrying on his tradition as a fighter.
Yes, but he's also going to be in that giant shadow.
Yeah, well,
And they're
Muhammad
gonna
was
say,
in the
"You ain't
same
no
way.
Muhammad."
Muhammad was the same way. What did they do? He was fast, and what did they do? Pick at the biggest guys they could find to knock this guy out.
Yeah, but when Muhammad,
look at Foreman.
when Muhammad won his first fight, who did he beat?
He-
Liston.
Yeah.
Sonny Liston.
Yeah, well, but when he came back, he fought one of the greatest fighters they had, which was Jerry Quarry.
Yes.
That was his first fight back.
Well, he destroyed Jerry.
And destroyed. Why? I kept him on the move. I kept him in training. I kept
You
him
chased him
going.
around with a
there
pin,
you go.
a
And
frying
then,
pan.
hey, he fought him down in Atlanta, the most racist place in the world. Do you know the Ku Klux Klan had shot guns at his training camp down there?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my goodness.
But getting back to his
Yeah.
first fight,
Yeah.
when he beat Sonny Liston,
Yeah.
Sonny was bigger than the Empire State Building.
Yeah, and he can hit.
Big.
He can
Yeah.
knock a mule out.
He could hit a mule. That's right. They used to say
Yeah,
that.
that's
and
right.
he beat this man. I think Muhammad toyed with him.
Wait, well, you know what did Muhammad say? He said, I don't care how big you are, you got to have something to hit, though, for it to work. He said, I'm not going to stand there and let you hit me. I'm going to stick and move, and you're going to try to catch me.
That's just
Because I don't care how big. George Foreman, the same way.
Yeah.
George Foreman was big.
He
He
was
could knock
huge.
somebody. Huge, big guy. But you got to have something to hit for it to work.
That's right. And if
So he
you,
ju-
Muhammad was moving, by the time you're throwing your
moving.
punch, he was got. You know, you gotta understand the game. You know, you talk about student athletes, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you gotta have the grades. You got to. Mental health, mental awareness. When I was coaching, I used to like controlled violence. Controlled violence is what I liked. Because when you're a football player and you gotta hit somebody, I don't want you to hurt. Well, I don't want you to hurt
Well, okay,
somebody.
you have to have the grades.
Controlled
What about
violence.
that Miami Dolphin player who's from Miami Hurricanes, who was in that horrible car accident, right? He's
Unfortunate.
now lost his arm.
Yes, he cannot
Everything
play.
he knew in life and he trained to be as a football player
Done.
has now, well,
Done.
at least not playing.
Done.
What's next? What do you do? And I want to talk about that on the
Let's
1
talk about
o'clock
his.
hour.
Let's talk about his. What does he go to school for? What's his degree?
God bless you.
Easy
You know,
on the truth.
do you fall back on that, or do some of these athletes, and we'll talk about this in the next hour, when they're going from high school to college,
Right.
the grades are important because
Right.
you're not always going to hit that professional level, and if you do, sometimes life happens.
Right.
So what's Plan B? What's your fallback? It's
We'll
not
talk-
always
we're,
on
we're,
sports.
We'll talk about Plan B, Plan C, Plan D, Plan E, because in life, when things don't work out, what
Right.
do? You go in the closet.
Have a plan.
you gotta have a plan, right?
And then it becomes our responsibility to tell you guys, listen, Plan A didn't work. That's okay. It wasn't meant to be. Let's go to Plan B. But when you're an athlete, you know, I was an athlete for a long time. 18 years I played ball.
What you box? Oranges, grapefruits,
Nah, I didn't buy
bananas.
nothing. But I'm gonna tell you something. Today, when my teams lose, it messes up my week. On Sundays, when my football team loses, I'm having a bad
That's
Monday.
a whole nother thing we're going to
No,
talk
it
about.
changes you.
Yeah, I know. I live in a house like that. I don't understand. Do you think they hear you if you scream at the television?
Yes.
You think,
I bought foam
you think
bricks.
they hear you?
I have foam bricks for the TV because I've been watching enough football for 50 years. I've been watching football.
That is the question. Do you actually think they hear you on the other side
They
of the
absolutely
TV?
do. They absolutely do.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break. Give us a call at 888-565-1470. When we come back, more with Mama Ali in the house because we are live at Juuucy Vegan Latino.
We'll be
Stay
right back.
tuned. We'll be right back.
listening to the Del Monsley Radio Show, teaching you the opposite of everything you've been taught, so you can obtain the
1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Listen for A Touch of Gray, the talk show for adults, with Carol Marks and Michael Harrison, Saturdays at 1. The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
If your investments with your stockbroker aren't making what you like, or if you've tried buying and selling stocks on your own and haven't done well, learn how to fix all that at Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy is an investment training center where pro traders show you how to invest online. Learn how pros make money in up, down, and sideways markets, and how they're protected from big losses. Instructors are certified, currently trade, and profitable. Over 500,000 students have experienced the education at Online Trading Academy. Take a free half-day workshop to see what it's like. Online Trading Academy. At this workshop, you'll see the big mistakes many investors make when buying or selling stocks. This will change how you think about investing. See what it's like. Call Online Trading Academy now. Call 954-668-2510, 954-668-2510. That's 954-668-2510.
If you suffer with diabetes, there's a 25% chance that you'll develop a foot ulcer that can lead to severe health consequences, including amputation. At the Sole Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own therapeutic shoes and custom inserts. Medicare recipients are entitled to 1 pair of quality diabetic shoes and 3 custom inserts. Call the Sole Authority today, 954-597-7060.
You can become independently healthy, and I'll tell you how. Dr. Bob Martin here. If you want to feel, function, and perform the very best you can, please tune in and call into my show Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Talk here, talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to part 2 of a fun-filled, what is today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday all day.
Tasty Tuesday in the house. Tasty. There you go.
Jojo, we are at a place called Juuucy.
You say that so lovely.
Juuucy. Remember when they had the chewing gum commercial?
Yes, get out of my
Juicy
head.
fruit? Juuucy. I used to walk around and tell my parents that all the time because they didn't speak no English.
Juuucy. We are back in Northwood Village. We are at 544 Northwood Road at Juuucy.
You popped the speaker.
At the Vegan Marketplace.
That's right.
Ready to get some vegan Latino food?
I don't even know what vegan is. What is vegan?
Vegan is nothing with the mother. We have this conversation all the time.
Yeah, but how can you have? No, hold on a sec. Everything has a mother.
Plants don't.
Plants has a mother. If it gives birth to a seed, it's got to be a mother.
That's right. Absolutely.
I mean,
Mother
it makes no
Nature,
sense.
right?
Don't mess with Mother Nature.
Mama Ali know about Mother Nature.
And when Mama Ali says that,
back in the house.
you know what that's for.
Mama everywhere.
Now, do you know what I'm doing?
I'm seeing you making a list of things for the kids.
Do you know what that is?
That is a list of shows that we produce at WNN.
That is the list of shows that we do at WNN all week because we're going to give it to DJ Blanket, who's going to be doing some live sound bites for the show's announcement because we're putting Latin music. Where's my jazz music? I see fingers, I see no jazz. I need some jazz music. What? I need jazz music. I need all sorts of music.
He said, what happened to reggae?
What happened to reggae?
I don't have anybody who gives me reggae. You got reggae to give me?
I'll find you somebody.
Oh, there you go. What?
I have somebody in mind.
That's already in.
He said he got somebody.
I have somebody in mind for you.
I got some Latino music going, and then we're putting the shows in there.
Yeah.
And my DJ Lisa Blanket is going to be doing sound bites because she does this in school. You know, she's a real DJ. You know that? You wouldn't tell by today's youngins show.
Well, our show started. We did our Tuesday 2020 vision, Tuesday 2020 with our millennials. Your millennials? No, you're Gen Zers is what you said, correct?
Gen Zers.
They're
Millennial.
iGen.
I used to be a millennial.
Hey! Are you iGen?
Everybody own that.
The millennials and iGen. We've got, what is, 94, 95 is the cutoff. Lisa, what year were you born, Lisa? 97. Wow. You're old, really? Come hang out with us.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
God,
a
I feel
whole-
like an ancient Egypt already.
Now, listen, ancient lady.
Yeah?
You had an event, we didn't even touch upon this, up at our new sponsor, Game of Axis.
Yes.
Game of Axis, you go up there.
Oh, I had fun. I did 3 bullseyes.
You
Yes.
did?
Yes.
Yes.
Did anyone
And
get
he
that on
recorded
film?
it.
Yes, he did.
Who got it, Dylan?
Dylan, who has
Did Dylan get your bullseye?
Yeah.
it? Dylan has it.
Yeah.
He told me he is amazed at how much of athleticism you have.
Yeah, I love that axe when it hit that wall. I was
Talking
so
to your
happy.
mic. 'Cause
I was so happy when that axe hit the wall.
So we came up with
I
a new
felt
thing.
good.
Yeah.
If
Blow
you
and
have,
throw.
if
I'm
you,
taking
yes,
you
blow
there.
and
I don't
throw.
care.
If you have
You
a
don't wanna
problem, if you have a problem with somebody you're living with or married with,
Oh Lord!
you got to go to
Don't
Game
go
of
there.
Axis.
Oh, this
and
is
you got to
good.
throw axes at this board and get a bullseye. Now, what we wanted to do is we wanted to put a card in the different bullseye areas because it has a few dots, right?
Okay,
So
yeah, it
if
does.
you hit the dot, that has a card, you win a mofongo.
That
You
would
win
be
something.
great. Let's do
But
that.
we didn't get there in time.
Oh, that's all right. We're gonna do it again, man.
You know, Game of Axes is a new sponsor with the Brooklyn Cafe TV, and they loved your event so much. Imagine throwing axes. First of all, I'm lucky I threw it in the daylight. You can see our spot. I don't know if we have it on here. I think we do. So Teddy's going to put that spot up, and glow and throw. A throw.
That's what I wanted.
Glow in the dark
throw.
axes.
I did it.
And it benefited your charity.
It was great, and they did a beautiful thing for the Color to Learn books. They gave a large amount of money Color to Learn books, and those books are on the press as we speak.
I have a question, though,
I'm
Mama.
so happy.
You come here all the time. We talk about your charity.
Yes.
Why have we never brought any of the kids?
Oh, well, you know what? A lot of the kids that I know, they're all in camp right now because of the summer holiday.
Stay on top of your mic.
Yeah.
So maybe after camp, between camp and school, we can get some of the kids on the show?
I can do that. I'll bring some of the kids who love the coloring books.
I would love that.
I'll bring the
Let's
kids.
meet the kids and let's hear their message. Right?
It could be a lot of fun. Absolutely.
And if you can't come to us and we need to go to a school
We'll
or a
go to a
location,
school.
we'll come down to
Getting
you.
will be better.
We'll come to you.
Now, Game of Access asked us to bring in another non-for-profit organization that is looking to do the same thing they did with you.
I'm aligned with one, yes.
If you have one, okay, so let's make a phone call right after the show and let them know, because they asked us to help with this because they want it vetted. Make sure it's a 501c3 and the whole nine, just like they did with her. Now, they called us for this lady.
Okay.
Remember,
sure
they
did.
called us. So,
And they were so happy I showed up. Oh.
but they are the greatest. I
They're
mean,
the
you got to
greatest.
go there to have fun. I'm going to try to introduce them to the football league. Yes, Mike.
Yes.
Well,
Charges won again.
I'm
Yes.
thinking something else.
Of course.
I'm thinking something else because we have Fabian with us. And Fabian is a reporter for the Miami Herald.
Yes.
And you do the high school sports beat.
That's correct.
And there is a big event coming up on Saturday in Boca Raton at Grandview.
That's correct.
Let's tell us about that because maybe
Tell
Game
us
of
about
Axes
that.
wants to bring out their mobile unit
Yeah.
to this event.
That would be great. That would be great.
That's what
That
I'm
sounds
thinking.
exciting.
No, we have to call. Well, when it's on
It's
Saturday.
this Saturday, isn't it?
Saturday,
Yes.
3
I
to
need a
6.
crew.
3 to 6.
At
Do we have a
Grant-
crew? I gotta find a
Got
crew.
a crew?
We gotta
I'll pay
find.
you guys.
We gotta find. Well, you tell them that.
There you go.
You're
We're
in?
gonna have a stampede.
Hey,
Let's
tell
do
them
that.
about reserving their seats with the email in
Right.
case it get overcrowded. But we have a lot of people coming.
Yes, because we have 300 seat capacity, we're encouraging everybody to sending their request via email.
Yeah.
And that is hoopsday@yahoo.com, just to make sure you do have a seat, because we don't want to oversell the place, so to speak. Do keep in mind it is a free event, so it's going to come on a first come, first served basis.
Absolutely.
So please email hoopsday@yahoo.com, and we'll try to get you in.
Hoopsday at yahoo.com.
This event is geared towards high school athletes looking to go pro, looking to play in college,
Yes.
or just athletes in general.
Just athletes in general, and
You
this
got
panel.
few celebrity stars going to be there.
Right,
This is a free event for the stars.
Right, we got some big name coaches there. Once again, we have Brandon Knight. He plays for the Cavaliers. We have Tamara James, and she has a very unique and uplifting story in that she graduated from South Broward High School. She's in the UM Sports Hall of Fame, and she is actually, as I said, Dania City Commissioner now. So she told me that she wants to speak on that and hopefully inspire others that they can make that transition from athletics to politics. And that's something that she didn't know initially about, but she's glad that she did make that transition. So we're looking forward to hearing from her.
And the event is from 3 to 6 at Grandview Prep.
That's correct.
Tickets are free. Mama Ali's going to be there. You're going to be speaking about,
Yes,
what
I
are you
am.
speaking
I'm
about?
going to be speaking about the character building as you're performing your game plan. Always be kindness and listen to your coach and listen to your sponsors and everything, because there's a certain kindness. People have certain attitudes when they play games. Some players hit each other and they want to fight each other. You see fights on basketball games. It just turns into food. So that's Hoops Day.
Hoops Day Game Changers.
Hoops Day Game Changers
Right.
at yahoo.com.
Okay, the
Right?
email
Email.
is hoopsday@yahoo.com. The event is Hoops Day Game Changers.
Okay, hoopsday at yahoo.com to reserve your seat. First
Right.
come, first serve.
Right.
Free event. Be there or be square.
Right.
Now, is this
I'd also-
indoors or outdoors?
And we have to do a
It is-
shout out to your cousin,
It
Ingrid.
is.
Shout out to your
Yeah,
cousin.
shout out to Ingrid. Thanks for chiming in here on your comments, and I'll talk to you after the show.
Yeah, you're
I'd also-
screaming. We're going to come to Jersey.
I'd also like to add that we're having Carl Juuucy. He is an award-winning photojournalist for the Herald, and he'll have a slideshow talking about the importance of keeping a positive image at all times.
There you go.
So that's
There's
very
the
important for the
character.
kids to
There
know
you go.
Oh,
you're
that's
always
really
being
important.
watched,
Yes, always.
and that's why he's going to reinforce that. You know,
And that's not just for athletes.
No.
I think that's for anyone. And back in the day, they talked about no red Solo cups when you're on Facebook and social media. It's bigger than that at this point. Now
No
it's your
what?
image,
No
red
what?
Solo cups.
Red Solo cups?
No red Solo cups?
Why?
Because it gives this connotation that you're drinking. Even if it's filled with
Oh,
water.
really?
It's a connotation of the red
What?
red Solo cup that you should
So I
not.
can use a white Solo cup? Not a red Solo cup. Just a white Solo cup.
You know, the red and blue,
What
but
does
it gives
matter because you don't know what's in the cup.
No, but it gives the connotation that there's something in the cup that you should not be drinking as
Oh, wow.
as
That-
as
there
the
you go.
youth.
Stick with the cup there.
But you know what that goes?
That's
Well,
too
they don't
judgmental.
really care what you're drinking because you and I
That's
are
too
old.
judgmental, isn't it?
Oh, so let me get this right.
Right.
What
It gives a connotation that you're a party person.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
right.
I am a party person. Ain't no
You don't want
connotation.
that when like jobs come looking through your social media, they see you with like red Solo cup, red Solo cup, red Solo cup. We're always told you can't.
Is that what
have
it
on.
is?
Yeah.
But the image
Well, I
of
could have
is-
Kool-Aid in there. They'd never know the difference.
It always looks like alcohol.
But it's what it
We're
looks
always
like.
told, even if it's water.
I mean, there are clients that we work with, Freddie, that are adults,
Yes.
and they will not take a picture with an alcoholic drink in their hand. They always put their cups down because you never know what the connotation is.
I never knew that.
Somebody's
Right, and
always
it's-
taking pictures.
Am I
right, and,
right,
and
Fabian?
especially for many of these student athletes that are being recruited, it's so important for them to be very careful what they do post on social media, and be always protective of their image.
Your image.
right.
Do you know what? I didn't realize that a lot of people now, employers, are looking at your Facebook pages to see what kind of individual is applying to work at their companies.
Right.
Do you know that in the HR departments, they hire people specifically
To do that.
to do that, to
Wow.
research
Oh, wow.
the employees that apply?
Now, is that even fair? Because I didn't know that you had to be on the up and up on social media. Again,
Again, it goes back to your image.
Yeah.
What image?
Yeah.
You're a kid in high school. What kind of image can you
Image
possibly have?
and character.
Correct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've gotten in
Holy
trouble
smokes.
at old jobs before.
I can see why, though, with you.
Oh yeah, because I'm such a crazy.
You are such a
Instagram.
crazy vegan.
You are judged by the company you keep.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
That's
gotten
true,
lost.
too. So
Speaking
I-
of police officer will judge you. If you're in the car with bad guys, they're going to put you all together with the bad guys because
Lump
of the
you in.
company you keep. They lump you all together.
That's right.
You're associated with whatever they got on them. Then they just judge you by who you're with. There you go. So
Really?
be careful who you hang
You know
out
that?
with.
You guys know
Image-
this?
Your image is
Oh, yeah.
important.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
Guilty by
Really?
association,
There
right?
you go. Guilty by
What the?
association.
You know, what is...
Welcome to
No.
South Florida. You know why? Because you grew up in a place where
I grew
everyone
up
was
with
guilty
gangs.
by association.
We were
Exactly.
guilty before we got associated.
That's exactly why.
I mean, I
Everyone
remember the
was
Ghetto
guilty back
Brothers, I
then.
remember the Latin
You
Kings,
look
all
like a
those
gangster
people.
right now with that hat
Oh,
on. You
man.
look like a gangster. You look like
I used to hang out with
you
hoods.
you look like you.
I'd
used to
rather hang out with the danger than to be running away from
But
it.
you know how much anxiety there is for kids now to
I'm
get
having a lot of
jobs
anxiety right now.
and to go to college and to be with the right group.
That's right.
And sports, as a team sport, it's really important to be part of that, to stay focused. And you're going to talk all about that on Saturday at this event, this free event.
Right, this free event, and many athletes at that age, they forget that they can do 99 things right and one thing wrong,
Wrong,
and
it
that could
destroys
curtail their
everything.
whole recruitment, their whole career. So we always got to reinforce that with them,
Yeah,
that you are
domino
being watched
effect.
That's true.
every minute.
You know, we talked to our crew about that. We were once on a remote, and I said to our old crew, we can do 99 things right, but if you come in and something is pierced in the wrong place or your clothes do not look appropriate, that is what the client's going to remember.
Right.
Doesn't matter how good this is, the one little thing can change the whole dimension of
First
what it is.
impressions.
Right?
First impressions.
Pierce in the wrong place.
Pierced
What
in
a
the wrong
choice
place.
of words. Yeah, but I have a problem with that stuff because
course
you
you
know
do.
something. A lot of our kids nowadays, they like tattoos, they like piercings, they like. It's like this. Let me be me.
Yes.
How can you tell somebody, let me be me, and then I got to take everything off because I got
Listen,
to appease
there's
somebody
no
else?
one, there is no group more accepting than we are with our crew, but not everybody is like you and I. Do you know people comment, they want to know, how do we have a crew always, and our crew grows? When there are people that cannot find interns, they cannot find employees, how do we have 16?
That's because they're looking at their piercings and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we are very accepting. The rest of the world not as accepting as you and I are.
We are a giant think tank. We don't want them to be robots. We want them to, I mean, look at Hector. He was wearing goggles.
I love those goggles, by the way,
Holy
Hector.
smokes, that was good. You kept me speechless.
Lot
You
of
notice I was just
personality.
staring at you. I mean, that's what it's all about, is to be creative. Not to be crazy. You know, don't put a nail through your nose, because people go and look at you. Now, if you do it, I should be able to make fun of it, right? Say, listen, you got a nail in your nose, can I hang my hat? I should be able to say that, right? Because if it doesn't bother you, then it shouldn't bother anybody else.
But
That's
it's
what I'm
about
saying.
branding, it's about individuality. And then we talk about the anxiety and everything. When we come back from a commercial break, we can talk about...
Oh, this is so funny. This
Well,
is coming
I'm
from
gonna
the
say-
lady who
I'm-
told me for
when
4 years I got nothing to say.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, here we go.
Here we
when
go.
we come back, we're going to talk about
This
that.
getting dangerous now.
What
I'm
did
gonna
I
be the
even
referee.
She just opened up Pandora's box.
We're going to have some food because we are live at Juicy up in Northwood. You ready to dig into some lunch?
Juicy.
888-565-1470. And the email to reserve your seats for Saturday's event is...
hoopsday@yahoo.com.
Reserve your free seats.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today. 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
This is delicious.
Mama Ali, eat quietly.
Freddie,
We are
this
back.
food is so good. Do you know where we are?
Where's the chicharron? Over here?
That is the chicharron.
Look at this.
Taste that.
I don't like mushrooms until I tasted that.
Is that mushroom? What is that?
That's mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. I hate them.
Are you
Isn't that good?
I ate it and it's great.
It is delicious.
Holy smokes.
And what is it on top of?
So it's fried plantains, which is we call tostones.
I'll take the microphone. The microphone.
Tostones.
So it's the fried plantains, the tostones with homemade guacamole, and the vegan chicharrón.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Fried plantains con guacamole con el chicharrone.
It is so crunchy and delicious. I had to take the mic away because, oh my gosh. Because everyone's going to hear me crunching on the radio.
What are you talking about?
Although I guess that makes a great commercial spot
So
as well.
that's the house rice. VIP house rice is seasoned rice with pigeon peas, Dominican style, tostones with guacamole, and the vegan ground beef, and a small
pass them to the
size
kids.
salad. And the ground beef is just sunflowers. Yeah.
Sunflowers.
Yeah.
So this is the ground beef looking stuff. It's sunflowers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Looks scrumptious.
Oh my goodness. Where
If
do
you say,
live?
oh my
You
goodness,
cook
one more
this?
time, we're going to church.
You live here? Pack your bags, sister, and just come on with me.
This is Victoria's restaurant.
Pack your
All
bags.
right, Freddie, you want to try some of this? Sunflowers. You have a fork over there. Sunflowers. Sunflower
And this
seeds.
is breadfruit with barbecue, jackfruit, and vegan cheeses.
Breadfruit with barbecue jackfruit. This looks like a Reuben.
Yeah.
What is this called?
That's the breadfruit on the bottom. So the bread, instead of bread, is breadfruit.
Bread instead of
seasoned
breadfruit.
and
You know what
fried.
breadfruit is?
I've never
now,
had it.
Now you know what a breadfruit is.
Oh my gosh. That is delicious. And what's in the middle of it?
And in the middle of it is the pulled pork jackfruit. So
That's
it's
jackfruit? Have you ever had jackfruit? Ever had jackfruit, Mama?
I think I have, but I didn't realize what I was eating.
If you've been to Jamaica, you probably have.
In Jamaica. And this is breadfruit on the top?
This is breadfruit. Take this off.
Have you ever tried that?
Yes. I used to. What do you mean? Have I tried that? I grow this stuff. This is called in Spanish. It's called.
I like to say yabba dabba doo.
In Spanish, it's called panas. This is breadfruit.
This is everything you talk about. Freddie, when we walked in here last week, I thought,
Toma.
wow.
Like the
Breadfruit.
breadfruit?
You
like the love, baby. Get some forks. Get some forks.
I love this. I hated mushrooms until this. I never thought I'd ever say that.
First of all, you don't hate nothing.
I
you
do.
gotta try everything.
That's my problem. Now you're getting me eating stuff I hate
Now
now.
this is breadfruit. This is pana. I grow this in Puerto Rico, all over my house.
Victoria, this is spectacular. Have you ever had that taste like that, Freddie?
Yeah, it has a like sweet potato, right?
Like
Yeah.
a sweet, but it's a vegetable? Wow. What is this? It's a big fruit because you slice it.
It's
make
a
it look,
big fruit like
Semonda.
this, and and we cut it in slices to make the bread,
Now,
and then
do-
we season it.
Let me ask you, Victoria, do you take out la tripa, the middle?
The center.
You take
of
it out?
That's why it has like a little hole in the center.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know, we used to cook that and give it to the pigs.
Oh, cool.
And you used to eat, make them big and
Nice.
big. Now I can't, as a diabetic, I can't eat a lot of breadfruit.
why it has
The
a lot of
breadfruit
sugar?
It's a
is
lot-
very
high
sweet.
sugar.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
I couldn't eat it either.
Why,
It's
you
very
love that?
sweet. Yeah.
No, it's just I'm in this program that Mr. Wong put me on. It's a nutrition program for my transformation, and I shouldn't eat anything sweet at all.
I have to tell you, Victoria, this food, has everyone eaten some of it?
Did you like it?
Chicharron.
You don't like the totones? This is vegan. There's
Chicharron.
nothing. If you're,
It is
it's no food. There's no
unbelievable.
meats.
This jackfruit, I've never had anything like this. Here's my,
Also,
Victoria,
you
I have
got
a
to
question
try
for you.
the,
How did you
the-
ever think of opening a Latin restaurant vegan?
It's a
Not
long
an
story.
easy task.
No. Well, Dominicans are no very. Yeah, we're no
You're
very.
Dominican?
Yeah, we're Dominican.
Really?
Yeah.
So is my auntie.
Yeah.
How did
You-
you come up with the
You know,
idea?
Dominicans are known for food and merengue.
I heard you were
Right?
modeling the show today.
Bachata, you know, bachata I remember, but merengue was the big Dominican dance in New York City.
Isn't it still?
It is, because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Where's the animator? The animator.
Bachata not so much.
Hector's Dominican. I don't know where he went. But this is vegan. This is not something that anyone would think of doing would be create a Dominican-style restaurant vegan.
Yeah.
You can go back to vegan now.
You can do vegan now. How did you even come up with this idea? And to put it here in Northwood, I mean, all of it just...
Yeah, well, you know, I had arthritis. I still have arthritis, and I couldn't walk for a while. And then I started juicing and learning about juices and how to make it really, really healthy. So that's why we have the cold pressed juices and smoothies here. And just trying to figure out how to get rid of the pain with food.
Yeah, I
So-
need that for my needs.
Yeah.
How to get rid of pain with food,
turmeric.
and that's how you started juicing, and you became vegan. And how do you feel now?
Good, good. I mean, I have, we were talking about yesterday, our Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
Like, I should become like a vegan anonymous because sometimes I have relapses where I want to eat pork and then I eat it and then I feel like, So I have some of those moments when I do cheat if my mom cooks. So she's now going 100% vegan because she's trying to
The
support
food is
me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm
No, let
afraid
me-
you
hold
grew
on.
up on this food.
This is all vegan.
This
Yeah.
is all vegan.
Yeah.
I would be vegan if I could eat like
You
this.
grew up with this food. What do you think?
Yeah, it's regular
Amazing.
food.
It's regular food, but
How's
it
it
don't.
taste?
I had panas all my life. I've had panas with codfish.
Uh-huh.
Ensalada de.
Sí, sí.
I had that, and they make it with the virgin olive oil, but never like this. This is ridiculous. Those mushrooms
The mushrooms. I don't know.
are to die for.
Well, I can just go back to the coffee with coconut milk. There's something else in here. I know there isn't, but oh my gosh. Café con leche with coconut milk. Right.
Yeah.
I'm on my second one. Freddie says, how come you have another one
I'll
that I
buy your car.
didn't? You're going to have Lisa try it?
That's good.
Yeah, Lisa, try it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it.
You are
I
going
know that
to
it looks
love it.
She has mushrooms in there, and she has plantains and guacamole. You like guacamole? Just take a bite.
Hector went to get, it tastes like cauliflower, actually.
It doesn't. It does.
Hector's serving the food.
Some water for us, please.
Hector now works for you, Victoria.
Yes, he's hired.
You know, Hector's Dominican.
No, I didn't know that.
Hector is Dominican, so I think he must feel right at home here.
He's a chef too.
Well, he's nice. On that show, and Hector give you anything you want. Hector is the best ever.
Hector, you're hired.
You're hired, Hector.
Hired to work here. He's serving, and there go the plates. Tell us about how many days a week you're open. What are your hours?
We're open every day from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. for the summer.
7 days a week?
Yeah.
You're in here 7 days a week.
Yes, 10 to 9.
Down here for.
You see the way she said that? Yes.
You have, desserts. You have everything is, and this place has been packed all day long.
Let me get this right. You got mama in the back working 7 days a week?
We do. We all do. My
Really?
mother, me, my sister. We just
Wow.
started hiring people now. Because we want to make sure everything is perfect before we bring people on board. And,
You got somebody to fill your place.
You gotta talk it to a mic.
Yeah.
You got somebody to fill your place ready to take you away, right? Right. I want one. Hello.
You have your own mic.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best food ever. Mr. Wong, do not get on me. I know the mushrooms are fried. I know I'm not supposed to eat fried food, but
I'm amazed that this
do
is
they have
sunflower.
sauteed mushrooms like this?
Freddie, this
We
is
do.
sunflower.
We have
Sauteed
the
them?
tacos that are with mushrooms sauteed.
Oh, it's sauteed.
Yeah.
I
See,
love
that's
it.
the-
It's delicious.
Yeah.
This is
The
unbelievable.
That's my
tacos.
problem. I
This is
can't eat
sunflower?
it other than deep
It's
fried.
like ground
No,
beef.
no, we have
This
tacos too with
tostones,
salads.
This is made from sunflower, correct?
Sunflower.
Sunflower. It tastes like ground meat.
What?
It tastes like ground meat, right?
Oh, wow.
This is sunflower.
You know I love my meat, and this will do it.
Now, let
I'll
me
go
ask-
back
wait.
vegan. I go back
The
vegan now.
totones, are they really totones?
Of course.
I don't know. I got meat here that looks like ground meat.
Thank you.
These are fried plantains
I know.
and homemade avocado. Everything is. Look, Fabian cleaned his plate.
Listen, if you ain't vegan, check this out. Now, I'm only vegan on Monday and Friday. This I would eat every day.
Try that.
This is toton.
That's the plantain.
Toton.
Is it always a plantain? She
No.
substituted everything, so maybe not.
It's a plantain. Just ask them.
Once you, it's a tostón. Once you mash it down, it becomes a tostón. It's a plantain.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people like beef.
Yeah.
And
But that
this
is
thing that you got
delicious.
going here, this sunflower seed, whatever this is, it's freaking unbelievable off the hook.
Teddy, good. Kelsey, Steph, you didn't get to eat. Here's what you gotta love my crew. The guys are all eating and the girls are all on board and nobody's
because-
eating.
where's-
You're gonna
where's
have
TJ
to give them a little
Blanket?
break so the girls can eat
Where's
also.
DJ Blanket?
Marquise,
Did
what do
you
you
try
think?
it? Did you like
Said,
it?
Fabian, you cleaned your plate.
Get that piece of paper
Are you
from
vegan?
her when you come back.
Wait, you haven't.
kind of.
No meat.
You're vegan?
Mom, can you pass him your mic?
I'm new vegan now. I am new vegan. A
You
new
are
vegan
new.
is somebody who changes.
You going back to
Because
vegan?
this is unbelievable. I mean, holy smokes. You cook like this every day.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like a
What time does
Maria
Mom get in here?
Newell.
We get in here around 8:30, the latest. But we have to go shopping, we get everything, and then we come and start the day. So we start before 8.
How long have you been here? Thank you.
We opened in February, they a little bit of change, and reopened again 6 weeks ago.
And this entire building space here in
I'm
Northwood
gonna
is
tell you,
yours.
I'm gonna ask a Latino brother because you eat this regularly, right?
I do.
How is this?
Amazing.
Your mother's watching, by the way. Yeah, so you got to be very careful.
Mom is
Tell Mama,
watching.
how's this feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, Mom. Pretty good. Don't get mad, Mom. You know, she says she ain't picking you up. Yes, you got to say, Mama, it's almost as good as home.
It's almost as good as home.
There you go. Now, this is a guy.
You have to ask Hector. You have to ask Animator. He's you
Animator,
talk
how
your
is it?
Latino brothers, Freddie.
How is it?
¿Los guandules? Bien. Buenísimo. Sí, me gusta bastante. Pero soy un poco curioso como freíste los chicharrones. Chicharrones si no son de puerco. Sabe como hongo, pero no sabe como hongo.
Freddie, going to translate that for
He
us?
wants to know how you did the chicharrones. That's mushrooms.
It's a secret.
It's a secret that tastes
Yeah.
like chicharrones, and they're fried. But it's unbelievable. He wants to know. He's curious. He wants to
It's
know how
just
the hell did you do
mushrooms.
it.
There is nothing else in there. Just the flour, gluten-free flour.
But it's
100%
what you
vegan.
put around the mushroom, right? The ingredients, the herbs, the spices.
Right, right.
And so that's his family secret.
And what is normally chicharron made from? Is that pork?
Pork.
Yeah.
Pork grinds. Normally it's pork grinds. A
But it's
chicharron.
not. This was all mushroom.
This is all mushrooms. You ate
freaking
pork.
me out here, bruh.
You ate pork. What the hell?
No,
it's a mushroom.
Honey, if I eat pork, I might drop
No,
dead.
it's a
period.
mushroom. Now you tried it. How is it? She's gonna faint.
I didn't try the mushroom.
Why?
I tried the plantain part.
And how is it?
It was good. It didn't really taste like a plantain. It tastes like a potato or something.
This food is so unbelievable.
Where is the
All your
mushroom?
friends are watching. She did not have pork. She's having mushrooms. Mom Ali's having mushrooms. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, I want to say thank you, Midge McDaniel from Orlando.
Yeah, you
It's
can have your
texting me
minute.
here. Hello, Midge.
This is
And
try it.
Elijah Watkin from Texas.
All
She's
Mama
a friend of
Ali's
mine
friends.
from Texas. No pork, right? No pork, y'all.
No pork.
Doesn't taste bad.
We're not eating pork here. Make sure that.
What is it?
Okay.
Your
This
number
is all
one
vegan.
Your number one seller here. The mofongo. We got to try the
Here, before
mofongo,
you
Freddie.
faint. What?
You want to try the mofongo?
Here, before you faint. What's the mofongo?
She's gonna have to make it if you want it.
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal one of these
You want a
plantains before
mofongo?
Big Hector takes it. Yes, I'll try a mofongo.
And mofongo should normal. That's the number one seller.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the day. Sometimes people love to have tacos and they just want to be healthy. Like Mondays, a lot of people are super healthy. Then by Friday, everybody wants mofongo and chicharrón.
I have to tell you, this chicharron, the sunflowers. I cannot believe how absolutely delicious
Why aren't
this
you
food
eating?
is. Because I'm talking and you left the set again.
I'm eating and talking.
Have you noticed it's become a routine with Freddie?
Where's your mic? Ain't nobody can hear
We
you.
went to Puerto Rico. She was here.
And you keep
You
getting
remember
reminded.
You was in Puerto Rico, and she was here. She had the most greatest show ever.
Thank you,
So
Mama.
how many times can you just go to Puerto Rico for a little while?
Well, I'm eating Friday.
She run this show like it was nobody business. Ain't that right, girls? Yes. She is fabulous.
I ain't coming to work tomorrow. I'm staying home.
The food is fabulous. How did you even get involved with the restaurant? You didn't start with a small space. You decided to buy the whole building.
Yeah, I think I was having a crazy moment.
Who buys a whole building?
We bought the building almost 2 years ago. It took forever to rehab the building. And it's been an adventure ever since because we thought it was going to take a few months. 2 years later is when we finally opened.
You know, we talk about women in business all the time, female-owned business all the time. Now here's a little twist. You've got a Latin-owned female business on the outskirts of Palm Beach What was it like for you to do all of this? Did you ever have a business before, a restaurant, own buildings?
Yeah, we have different businesses.
Hold the mic a little closer. What was
We
that?
have different businesses. So this was maybe the fourth or fifth business that we started, but we never had a restaurant before, and I never intended to have a restaurant, really. So it was just something crazy that I decided to do. And now I'm a slave 7 days a week, so.
Best move ever.
Food is delicious. Teddy's on the phone. I guess we have a caller, but I don't know who she's talking to.
I do love cooking, though.
Oh, that's what I like about you, baby.
Yeah.
And how do you feel? How's the arthritis?
I like eating.
Good.
Right.
I mean, I don't have I couldn't walk. Some days I couldn't walk.
And being vegan has helped.
Yeah, be different.
It's a huge difference, and we hear that all the time, that being vegan helps with the inflammation. It has helped her.
Hey, how does it feel being vegan? How long you been vegan?
I was raw vegan for 2 years. Then I had a relapse.
Uh-huh.
Then a few months, maybe a year now, where I only have, sometimes I will have a little bit of fish, but no.
It's not as bad as it used to be. Oh my God, being vegan is so awesome.
Raw vegan.
Raw vegan.
Raw vegan.
Raw vegan. Ooh, that's
See,
even better.
You see,
I know that would be tough for me.
You see, but the problem is when you start doing raw vegan, you got to stick with it.
You have to stick with it.
This stuff is like,
But it works
be
though.
vegan every day.
I have
isn't it?
inflammation in my knees. It'll probably stop it altogether.
I could
Yeah.
be vegan eating this all day long.
All day long. The food is so spectacular. The address where we're located is?
538 Norwood Road in Norwood Village.
And what's the name of the restaurant?
So we have the big building, all of it, Juucy's Norwood Market. And this is Juucy's Mama's Vegan Cocina.
Okay.
This is Mama Vegan Cocina.
Because here we have Plant-Based Mafia. They do vegan Italian food. It's the
try that
first.
Is it vegan too?
Mm-hmm.
All vegan.
100%
Ooh.
plant-based. And then on the other side, as you guys know, is the Stay and Play Cafe with TMI.
You're neat.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
great things up
Yeah.
here in Northwood Village. We had never been until a few weeks ago when we did the opening day of Stay and Play, and we met Victoria and your sister and mom. A spectacular venue. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, guess we got to wrap up the show already.
Delicioso.
Well, stay tuned. Give us a call at 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, vas a dar con hielo.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments. Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561 951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
What's with all the excitement? Join us at Game of Axes, Boynton Beach. The game is simple and learning to throw is fun and easy. For more information, search our website, gameofaxes.com, or call us at 561-617-0120. With the help of our talented axe masters, you will be hitting bullseyes in no time. Game of Axes is located at 12550 South Military Trail. Let's get throwing.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video, let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. And watch the sound, Actor. And we're back.
And we're back live at the Brooklyn Cafe TV at Juucy Market. Juicy, as Freddie says.
Juicy.
I have some food left on my plate.
Juicy.
Mama's eyeing. You want some
So
food?
she's eyeing the plate.
Here, Mama.
The woman is eyeing.
How did you know what I'm eyeing?
Because I see your.
It's
she has on mic.
delicious.
She has on mic.
This food is.
I won't be blamed for stealing.
Look at that. Look at that. She's been eyeing that plate.
We are live in Northwood Village at Juicy Latin Cuisine. Is that what she called it? How do you say it in the way you say it, Freddie?
This is juicy.
Juicy. It is absolutely delicious. Thank you, Victoria and Mom, for having us. If you're vegan, even if you're not vegan, this food is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Right? We're at 544 Northwood Road in Northwood, West Palm Beach. We have a special guest. You always surprise me with the guest.
I know.
Sandra Italiano. Welcome, Sandra.
Where's Sandra's mic? Where's your mic, honey? There you go. Okay.
Tell us
You got
about
that mic
yourself.
lit?
Is it loud enough?
Is it lit?
Hi, so welcome, Sandra.
You gotta speak.
Talking to the mic.
Okay.
Speak.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Tell us about what you do.
Well, I work with a charity called Always Cherish Foundation. And what we do is we are bringing trafficking, awareness of trafficking to South Florida. So what we do is we give free self-defense classes to girls in high school and college. And so we're just going from one to another.
Right up my alley.
Where are you based out of?
I'm in Delray Beach.
And how did you find Sandra, Freddie?
Her. Well, where's she?
Oh, look who's in the house.
He picked her up in a truck. That's what he did.
No.
Talk about trafficking.
One of
right?
our interns.
One of our former interns, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I haven't spoken to Chelsea in a while, and I said, how you doing? I ran across her, and she said, oh, would you like to talk about this? And I didn't even know that Mama Ali was bringing this gentleman, and it all sort of fits together.
It all fits together.
Oh, wow.
And there you have it.
That's
Lisa,
awesome.
Game changer.
That's awesome.
What is that?
Well, it takes a village.
Lisa,
We need
what are you
everybody.
eating? What is Lisa eating? What is DJ Blanket eating? What are you eating?
An
What is
acai
that?
bowl. It's an acai
So
bowl.
you don't
Freddie.
eat mushrooms, but you eat that.
She eats fruit, but not vegan.
You know what? You're speaking about trafficking. There was a lady out of New York. Her name is Karen Holzberg, and she has a group or company she created called Common Ground from New York, and it tells you, it gives you information on trafficking, how to avoid being picked up or keep being aware of the things around you and go in groups and things like that. So
Yes, a lot of it is kind of common sense. And our number one problem is the cell phone with young ladies.
Yes.
Getting in and out of the car, just not being
Aware
aware
of-
of the surroundings. That's like a number one thing.
Well, let me ask you
They can
about
put-
that. Are the girls just being taken, or are they voluntarily?
No, these are ones we're talking just taken.
So okay, so there's a
Right.
difference because we've had some other
Right.
groups on. We spoke yesterday about Memories in a Mansion, and this is a program for these young girls that are aging out of foster care and their at-risk behaviors of going into human trafficking and drugs. But this is different than what you're talking about.
Right.
You're talking about physical awareness and just being abducted into the
that's
human
correct.
trafficking.
And protecting yourself.
Totally abduction.
And protecting yourself, right?
And so
Giving you
we're
a
giving
chance.
them tools to build up their self-esteem and that not to be afraid, but to empower them so it's not you.
You know, self-defense in general for everybody. You know, and for women. My mom was
sure.
carjacked in a mall parking lot years ago when I was growing up.
Oh, wow.
And they stole her car, and it was traumatic. When you talk
Yes.
about self-defense, it can be anywhere. Women at the Boca Mall, remember that mom and her daughter?
Oh, let me get this right. Women that sit in parking lots are high risk for being, You want to keep going on with this today, huh?
And the thing is, it's everywhere.
Yes.
It's every school, it's every mall. I had a friend whose daughter, they tried to get in Aventura Mall. I'm up there by Glades and 441. That Target right there, a mother and her
Target.
daughter, they tried to snatch them out of the parking lot.
Yep.
And so it's like you just get not numb to it, but you just think it's not here. And so when I even talk to people in my neighborhood, they say, "Oh, well, not here, Sandra. Not where my kids go to
No,
school."
trust you me,
And I'm
anywhere.
like, it's everywhere. And about 4 months ago, they did a big bust in West Palm Beach, and they got like 30 traffickers, and 4 were women. But what the amazing thing I thought was about it is everyone on that list was under 30. So it's younger and younger and younger they're recruiting.
I feel safe now.
You know what I mean? And the drug dealers are now, instead of pushing drugs, are now pushing girls.
Yes.
Because they can use them 40 times a day, and if they get caught, they get a slap on the wrist. So we've got more eyes looking at our girls.
Well, we
And that's
actually, 4 months ago, we had on the show, the day before that bus went down, we had somebody who was going to be on the show, I think the next day, that had something to do with that whole deal going on. Now, Lyft and Uber now, when you order it, you get a picture of the car that's coming. Because of the young lady, I think it was in Georgia, walked into the wrong car. Why? Because she had her phone in her face.
It's
and
the
she walked into another
distractions.
car.
Yes.
And this guy ended up killing her. You know, just be smart. And good things happen when you're smart. But I want to learn a little bit more about the self-defense. Where is it held? How does it go? How does somebody sign up for it?
Well, they go to the website, and they can just
What
leave
is your
us
website?
It's alwayscherish.org.
Alwayscherish.org. Okay.
And we're going directly to school, so it's going to be on the campus there. So it's right after school, then they come to us, and we're there an hour to 2 hours based on how many girls.
You go
that
to
we
the
have.
different schools in all the counties, Palm Beach
Well,
County?
that's the goal. We're at Piper High School, and we're looking at 2 others, and we're looking to go on FAU campus. So it's word of mouth. It's really grassroots.
Where else are you? At Piper and what other schools? So for people
And then
watching,
we do,
listening.
and then we do privately. So
Okay.
we're in Palm Beach Gardens, we're in Boca, we're in Delray, and we're in Fort Lauderdale. So what happens is when girls contact us or parents contact us, we say, where do you live? What city are you in? So we find out, do we already have an instructor there? If we don't, I find one. I take the course, and then I have the kids go there. So
How
every
long
place
are the
that someone's
programs?
going.
How long
They
is the
can run
course?
from 6 weeks. It really depends. It can be 6 weeks, or it could be more, depending on how much more that they want. But the general program is 6 weeks.
What is the age?
From high school to college, and we're looking at middle school right now, but we don't have that sought out. Some of the parents are kind of like too young, kind of a
Yes.
thing like that. But
I don't think it's
high
ever
school.
too young. I
Oh,
remember
it's
my
not.
son started karate when he was in kindergarten.
Oh yeah, they have
Well, I
martial arts
started
from kids.
karate when I was
But
5 years old.
But when you put it with trafficking, it's kind of like a
That's right. I was just going to
maybe
tell
not
you,
now.
when you label it with the problem,
Yes.
people are going to back off because nobody wants to hear about the problem.
Right.
You know, until something happens. You ever notice when something happens to you or a family member or one of your friends or your next door neighbor, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Absolutely.
Then, don't wait until it becomes a problem.
Right.
Do something about it now. I wish we could have like shirts that says, I'm a kung fu master. You mess with me, I'm gonna beat you up.
I think we should get you one of those.
I think you should get me too.
You can get one.
I think everybody should wear something like that.
But human
because-
trafficking in Broward County in the city of Plantation, I think, is number 2
Yeah, it
in
used
the
to be
country.
number one. Used to be number one.
In the country. So you say not here? Yeah, here.
Yeah. And Florida's number 3. So yes,
It is
and
here.
we're growing. And Orlando is soaring. They use Disney World and Disney parks, Orlando and California, as the gateway to transfer the kids. Because when you see a bunch of kids with anybody, they say could be a school trip, could be this, you don't have to really match them up. So, and that's the biggest gateway of them trafficking the kids out of the country, are in these parks. So it's a real problem, and Disney has its own police, so you can't get all the stats.
On
and stuff going
HBO,
on there.
there's a movie that I watched a couple of weeks ago. It's about trafficking, the way they did it.
Mhm.
And they have them big trailer trucks.
Mhm.
And inside those trailer trucks, they have women chained up on big boards inside the trucks. So ever since that movie, I watch because America runs on trailers. It really does. Until that changes, that's going to be on the road. And I watch these trailers. You know, you go to the places where they take a shower and things of that nature. I always wonder, why can't we X-ray every truck when it goes through a waste station?
They're starting to.
They should.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be smart. We have the technology.
They're not looking for people, they're looking for drugs.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look for people.
Right?
Exactly.
They're looking for drugs, but they have started, and that's a whole immigration thing.
Yeah,
So
well,
if you can do it for immigration, you can do it to find girls.
They use people to carry drugs. This is ridiculous.
Any major sports.
For what's the movie?
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's happening is that they're using drug mules. They're using people. They're using formula. They're using babies. They're using dogs. They're using animals. They're using anything. They put it in bodies. People that have died, and they put them in bodies. This is ridiculous.
Self-defense for human trafficking, but in general, just to be able to protect yourself from shopping, from people stealing your car, your computer, all over the place.
So let me get this right. So you go to a parking lot, and you decide, this is my new office. And you're sitting in your car, minding your own business, and your face is down in your lap. And what happens? They can lift a car and put it in a truck before you can get out of it. In New York City, I was in Fordham Road. My sister, we went Christmas shopping. We had 20 bags. I put it down. I go to the front to open the stupid trunk. I don't know what she was doing. We turn around. The bags were gone. We were standing right there.
Yeah.
So if they can do that to a bag, you don't think they can do that to a person? I'm going to tell you. Stop hanging out in parking lots.
Yeah, just like you can get your car stolen in 60 seconds. You ever seen a movie, 60 seconds?
That's right.
You
60
can get
seconds.
it don't take but a few seconds.
Well, they say that traffickers that have been caught, they said it's a 3-second rule.
Woo!
So in 3 seconds,
3 seconds.
3
That's
seconds,
even
they
worse.
size you up whether they're going to take you or not.
What is your website again?
alwayscherish.org.
And how can we get tickets, Fabian, for the event on Saturday?
Yes, you can get tickets to the event, Game Changers, Hoops Day Game Changers, by emailing hoopsday@yahoo.com. To reserve your seat, remember it is a first come, first serve basis because it is a free event for all student athletes, high school student athletes in the Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach area. So you're all welcome to come.
And I think
I have one more. And also, we're raffling a car, a Fiat 500 convertible. So that's on the site.
Whoa, wait a
Go
minute.
live.
That changes the
When is
equation.
the raffle?
Wait a
We're gonna start it
minute.
next week.
How do I get my name on a
I'm
raffle?
joining. I'm with you.
Yeah, you just go to the site, you you buy it online, it's a third-party company, and for $20 you get 10 chances.
And the winner gets to come on the show. We'll take them, put them on the
That'll
show.
be awesome.
We'll do a whole
That'll be
highlight this.
awesome.
We're trying to get
And
Rick,
yeah, 'cause I'm looking
that
for a
car
ride,
dealership
baby.
down there,
Yeah,
Rick
baby,
Casey,
I'll be
to
there.
host it.
I want to ride in the car.
Mama Lee's going to be speaking on Saturday. It's nice to have Chelsea back,
gonna
our
be
whole
speaking?
crew. You did a spectacular job. Again, welcome to our new sponsors, to Game of Axes. Click on the link. Check them out. Their locations all over South Florida.
Can I
They're
say
opening
something?
up. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, those who have been here listening to this beautiful interview, I just want everybody in this studio to give a hand to Freddie and Dawn for being a great host. Thank you.
How's the matter?
Thank you. You're wonderful.
Oh, stop it. Eat a chicharron or something. will you?
Chicharron.
What's the matter with you?
And we have to
We're
thank.
going to give him a free ticket to Puerto Rico.
I trust you.
Wow, I was out of here.
And again, we have to thank Juuucy for hosting us.
I just want to give one shout out, and that is the Global Vibes Foundation, who's partnering in this event, and it's a non-charity working out of Jamaica. They do great things as far as school give-backs and donating clothes and stuff.
Beautiful. Come on down and join us on Saturday.
Have a
How's
great
that?
day, everyone.
And then
Thank you
we're
for a great show. We'll see you tomorrow,
We gotta
same
go.
time. Back in
Bye.
Studio A.
And don't be late. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you? Are you ready for the challenge? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at ShredZoneOnline.com and ShredZone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2059. ShredZone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact ShredZone today at 561-331-2059. Let ShredZone shred you to a better health. ShredZoneOnline.com or 561-331-2059.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.